Hi, and welcome to part 2 of our video series on doing the crowdsourced quilts project. In this one, I'm going to show you how to get started with the P5JS tool and actually online development environment. And I'll show you the steps to get that started. I'm already looking at the p5js.org website, and there's a lot of information there, a lot of reference information about P5JS. In a quick overview, this P5JS is a JavaScript framework that enables you to do easy graphics. It's based on a language called processing, which you might have heard of if you took my intro class, but you probably would not have heard of otherwise. But this is the JavaScript version of processing, essentially. So if you scroll down, there's a button to get started, and that's what we want to get. We're going to create a free account. Then we're going to use that account to clone my starter sketch. So you'll get a bunch of code already completed that you're going to add to. You're going to get basically a template or a starter sketch like we've had for some other programs. So we click on starting with an editor. And it just creates an empty, now you can use the editor without logging in or creating an account, but I don't recommend it because you can't really save your work. You would have to copy it or download it. And if you forget to do that and you close the browser tab, well, you just lost your work. So creating the free account and saving it in P5JS's cloud is probably a much better way to go. So to do that, I'm going to sign up. I only have to do this once, of course. Make my username. And my email. For my email, I'm going to use my Valencia email, my student email on this one, because I already have an account in my faculty email. So let's see if I can get a new account here to show you how that looks. And I don't think I'll use the suggested password because I'll never remember it. So I'll use, hopefully I remember this long enough to get this video made. Okay, how about a super secret password? And I hope there aren't any password complexity requirements here because I made a very simple password. Okay, it tells you already have an account, so let's fix it with Gerald doesn't have an account. Not yet. And don't save that. Okay, all right, fine. This one will work. Murray the cat. I'm pretty sure Murray the cat's not taken. I hope not. All right, I'm in as Murray the cat. Obviously, you can use whatever name you want. They will send you an email to confirm that you're signed up. So you want to give a valid email. If you really feel concerned about giving your email, you could probably create a burner email and can Google how to do that. I have never received any spam whatsoever from the P5JS folks. Don't think it's going to be a problem if you use your Valencia email, but that's up to you. To start out, now I can start out typing code here and from almost a blank screen, but instead I'm going to start by cloning a sketch from our course that's going to give you several classes. It's going to give you the block class, which is the parent class that all your quilt blocks will be based on, whatever kind you make, and some other files you need like an index.html and some other things that actually make your web application run. And you're going to complete that by adding your new code and running it and testing it. Once you get it run and tested, you can upload your code for your block only, because you don't need to change any other code, just your code, to the discussion forum for Part A, and then other people will be able to use that code in Part B when they put their quilt together. So you'll be able to select other people's blocks to assemble into your final product in Part B. Okay, that's all in the instructions. To get started here, I'm going to clone the existing one that I have. And the URL for that is in here. So I'm going to go here. Okay. This is my existing code. To see all the files, it only shows you one file at a time. Expand this little drop down. You're going to get block.js. That's the parent class for all quilt blocks. You're going to get an example block that I made. And this is to make your block, your best idea is to take this example child class called 4patch and change it around to make the kind of block you want to make. It shows you the message you need to do and basically how to do it. Index.html, this is a web app, so it has to have an index.html. You're going to need to add your new block. If you make a block called the pinwheel, you're going to have to add a script tag here so that P5JS will know to incorporate that into your web app. This is quilt.j, the quilt class, which is the class that enables you to put all the blocks together and show them as one quilt. Sketch.js is like, I guess it's like main in most programming languages. This is where the real action happens, and this is where you actually go through and instantiate your blocks and all that kind of stuff. Style.css, if you're good at CSS, have at it, have fun. I don't do any CSS stuff, so I'm leaving this file alone. So this is the sketch in my environment, right? But we want to copy this into your environment. So, thank you, Adobe. Okay, ignoring Adobe for a moment, let's get we can run this sketch and you can see the output. There's the output, just like the picture is shown in the PDF. To stop running it, click this, and that's how you test your code. I mean, what you see is what you get. Let's copy this file, duplicate, and I'm logged in as Murray the cat. So if I duplicate this, Murray will get his own copy of the sketch, and I can go ahead and close this copy, and here's my copy. And I can change this all I want. It doesn't change the original sketch. It won't mess anybody else up. This is my personal copy of it, crowdsourced quilt starter copy. You can change the name if you don't like that name. So that's basically how to get started. If you you'll follow the directions in the PDF, and a lot of what you're doing will be to take this block, which you're free to use, and create a new block and add it in. And I think I can show you that in the next video. So we'll have one more video that shows basically creating a new block, and then you should have everything you need to get started. See you in the next video.